What's up, guys? Had a subscriber, Brian, ask about a question pertaining to he hits it low and toey on the driver. So we're going to get him a little bit better with the low and the toe strike, move it to the center, get a little more distance so he can start carrying it past all of his buddies down the fairway. So if you're a low tower of the golf ball when you hit your driver, this video is for you. We're going to make it awesome. And like Brian's finding out, if you have a question about your golf swing, you don't understand what's going on, shoot me a comment in the comment section below. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you share it with your friends and say, hey man, check it out. This coach is making videos just for me, because that is what it's all about, baby, is sharing the love. So let's get into the video, help Brian out, get it off the low toe, make you a better ball striker, and start hitting them drivers past all your buddies and embarrassing your friends. So that way they start to get a little frustrated and you start to get a little bit more in their pocket. What's happening, guys? So had a sub ask me a question about hitting it low and off the toe. So we're going to answer that question for him. And he asked it more pertaining to driver. So if you didn't know, centers of contact is critical, but I'm sure you probably hit that in the videos everywhere else on YouTube before. But what happens is every quarter of an inch you miss a sweet spot, you're going to lose about 3% of your total driving distance. So if that number alone doesn't scare you, then you really got to figure out another sport, because it matters the most on where you're hitting this thing on the face. But also, it's important to note that I don't like making driver changes to their swing until we start hitting it on the center of the face, because the ball flight changes so much when we hit it off center, off the toe and off the heel and high and low. The gearing effect is unbelievable. And I was actually in a fitting about 2 weeks ago where the guy wanted a new driver and his spin rates were insanely high and everything was low heel, low heel, low heel. We got it off the heel, but he was still hitting it low on the face. And because of those strikes, he was still getting high spin rates. So honestly, he didn't even get a new driver, because until you can learn how to hit in the center of the face, it didn't matter what driver I gave him, they were all too spinny. So that one turned into more of a lesson. So how do we get it off of the low toe? Because that's the question we're answering today in this video. The low toe, to me, is typically because the golf club is exiting left too fast. And we're getting it to go left of our target post impact, but really it's happening almost before impact, which is why we're leaving it off the end of the golf club. So we have to find a way to get the golf club to travel out more away from us in the downswing. So typically, people call it flatter, whatever. I don't really care what you call it. What we're trying to do is make the golf club go behind me and out. So we're not really concerned too much about this, and we're going to talk about it because we are going to move it around a little bit, because I'm guessing at what's going on with this subscriber's question. But the point being is, we need this club head to go from back here out this way more so that it can head towards the heel. Typically, like I was saying earlier, the club exit stage left. Well, that's usually because the club's coming outside and across. And so typically when the club gets to about shaft parallel, we'll see that club head outside the hands, working across their body and kind of shrimping their arms up against their body, and hence the low toe, because then we're kind of pulling up on it and sliding across it. So typically anytime the golf club's traveling too vertical, we get that kind of toe-ish strike. When the golf club's too far back, working its way out too much, we typically get a little bit of a heel hit. So if the golf club's doing this too much, heely, doing this too much, toey. So the first thing I would say to do is let's put an alignment stick up. Now this one is a club head out, club length over, and trying to get it through my neck-ish. So the goal would be to get the golf club to stay under, moving away from that orange stick, under that orange stick, back through the hit, and out, and get it on the center of the face. So we're just going to take it real slow, make sure we get it. And so that was a little bit more in the center, which is what we're looking for. And so if you get yourself caught in that kind of over-the-top transition, if you will, or mostly just worried about the golf club head getting outside your hands in the downswing, give me an effort to where you feel like you set the club more to the right. Because if we can set it more to the right, we can kind of throw it more to the left. And so if we're not getting it on the heel enough, we're probably doing it too vertical to match what we need. And so we got to feel more hinged to the right, throw it to the right, work that club head out, and work it out to get it more into the center. So again, now we're kind of set up. Now let's start revving up our engine and see if we can kind of set it more to the right, going back and get a little more inside out with our path. And that one was actually really heely for me. And it turned into a nice little heel cut. So, for me, that hinge doesn't match because now it's too much inside out and it's getting me in trouble. So I don't want to focus on that too much. I still want to keep my takeaway going out a little bit. So I actually overdid that one, worked it out to the heel, and we got a heel strike. So now I'm going to try and work it out, almost touching that orange stick. See if we can get more back in the center of the face. And we're back in the center. Now, I know you all are not thrilled with the driver speed I'm swinging it at, mostly because where I'm standing right now, if I actually went for it, I might kill somebody on the other side of the driving range. But the other side of this too is that I would encourage you to go slow at first to make sure you don't injure yourself, because these things getting split up and getting just crashed down on equates to a lot of splintered fiberglass, and it hurts. So we want to make sure we don't get ourselves hurt. So again, if you wanted to rev it up a little bit more, right, you can start to rev up your engine, really feel that golf club getting onto the noodle and making the the alignment stick and making that club head work away from your body. Now that's going to solve the heel toe equation. The vertical equation on the face of it being low on the face is going to come from the easiest solution being tee height. Tee that golf ball as high as you want, right? Like that's like tip of the tee is barely in. I'm waiting for it to fall over. Okay, we're all right for right now. We won't get the club too close, right? But if I tee it up crazy high, it'll increase my chances to hit it higher on the face. So that's a very simple way to do it. Again, sometimes it's almost too simple for what people want to hear. But tee it up crazy high and see if you can catch it higher on the face. And give yourself a little bit of a chance to hit it higher just by using that tee height. Typically, if we're hitting it low on the face and low toe specifically too though, those arms are coming with the club head outside and those arms are coming across your body. Like I say, we're getting a little shrimpy at the end and you're catching it low and off the end of the golf club. So start by putting an alignment stick outside your club, work it underneath, maybe adjust the hinge angle, hinge it more inside and behind you so you can kind of work it out to the right more, and see if that starts to help you get it off the low toe spot. And again, standards of contact is all that matters with driver. So until then, golfers, enjoy it. Like and comment below what you want to hear from me next, and I'll answer your questions in my videos on my page. Be sure to look for them where I answer my subscribers' questions. Till then, see you later.